Sup Shoobs, I'm Gravy Fries, and this is going to be my first video. I want to discuss more stuff with Randy Cunningham. Now, I know I posted that video about, like, the noodles when the suit got reformed. I decided that I want to make a video about the halloweenja first, because I actually have a theory going on. Now, what we know from the show itself, before I actually get into the theory, in Season 1 we see Randy go in, and the Nomicon clearly doesn't want him to go in at either point, but we know that he used some kind of dark magic to create these abilities, because clearly they're unnatural. I mean, it was in a Halloween episode, if that ain't obvious enough. I mean, I could give you other ones, but the art of healing, telepathy, flying, invisibility are the ones we know of. There could be more. In Season 2, they show him going into the temple again, and this time we have just essentially stuff you would see in those old Disney cartoons with, like, hermit witches. Yes, I said hermit witches. With, like, Eye of Newton, bats of toad, or something, and I'm not gonna make it make much sense. I mean, they had snake talons and goat fingers. Does that make sense to you? Doesn't to me. But there's all these weird artifacts, items, and pendants that were in that room. And then you have the halloweenja itself, the true essence of terror. And the strange... I mean, it was the face in the suit, but there was this symbol that looked like that face when it was forming around Randy. Now, my boyfriend actually believes it was Stank, but I don't think so. And now, this is kind of reaching it, I realize that, but I think it could be the same, as they call it in the show, primordial pudding. Yes! Yeah, I got it eventually. Primordial pudding that was used when Viceroy made the rhino that farted out your worst fear. I didn't ever say the show was mature, so don't go looking for that. So I believe it could have been something like that, because we don't know what the pudding was made of. It could actually, I mean, it's primordial, he said it itself. So it's something you can naturally get. And my boyfriend stated that there is a type of snake that has a poison in it that can be used to make stuff like the halloweenja suit. I don't exactly recall it fully. I'm going to do more research, but as of right now, there's something like that, at least according to what he's told me. I'm sorry for not more information. Normally I'm a little more organized with this, but I was just very excited to tell you guys about this one. But one more thing, and this is what will lead us into the theory for what I think the halloweenja is. The temple in Season 2 had the Norrisville 9 family crest on it. Now, I realize a lot of people are going to think, but, you know, Gravy Fries, that's everywhere. You know, it could just be another way to hide a 9, which would make total sense. You're not wrong about that. I mean, given it's a common occurrence for them to do that. But with the Nomicon, it's not an average thing you see. The Norrisville 9 crest is used for magic, or the sorcerer, or anything to do with ancient times, or the ninja itself. So them putting it on that temple did mean something. And, again, I realize this is kind of pushing it, but I believe the Shadow Warrior could have possibly been one of the Norrisville 9 brothers. Now, hear me out for a second, but it makes sense. Who else could get their hands on the suit and manipulate it to make something like the halloweenja and make that essence that could control it and create stuff like that? Who would have the capability to get to the suit and mess with it and just experiment on it to do these types of things, like the art of healing and art of telepathy, to make the halloweenja, to have these things that you could try to add to the suit to give it new abilities and techniques? A Norrisville 9 brother or a ninja. But the thing is, I believe it's the brother. I also had some theories as to that as well, or, well, a whole theory, and I realize it gets a little personal, but essentially I believe one of the brothers was a sort of black sheep amongst the 9. Don't get me wrong, they loved each other, but I do feel that there was a bit of a strain with him and the other 8, mainly because of the fact that he would work with more dark magic or other things like that. Like I said, Hermit Witch. I truly do believe he had some small part of him, that weakness, that made him be a part of the 9, that could actually help people. But every other part of him was essentially a warlock or witch. I do believe that him doing these types of things isn't just some kind of hidden motive. My dad actually mentioned something that fits it perfectly. saying of, you know, you become what you're facing. And I believe that's what he was doing. He became the dark magic that the sorcerer was using so he could actually learn his techniques and be able to face the sorcerer and stop him from killing Norrisville or his own brothers. But that's of course just a small theory I had, and I could really go more in depth with the whole thing, trust me. And it would be a long-winded explanation, which I want to do. I don't think my lungs can take it. But that's what I have right now, and I'm planning on doing some more videos like this. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please let me know down in the comments or in Amino, which, I mean, anywhere's good. And if you're not on the 9G in Amino and you're just getting into Randy Cunningham, I highly recommend it. It's a great place to talk about Randy Cunningham. Everybody on there's super friendly, and it's just a great place to talk about this show. I've been really trying to get more people on it, and I'm just hoping my comic and my videos and everything I do can just get people to see how amazing this show is. Because I'm definitely working as hard as I can to bring it back. It deserves to come back. It's a really great show. But anyway, thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoyed it.